That's it. What's going on, Facebook? Finna get this live started. Just making sure I hit my page. And we are live in action. Super excited to be here with you today. It's another one. And in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you on how I was able to transform my life, leveraging digital assets, to be able to create a legacy for my family. That's what I want to share with you here today's live. I'm excited to come to you today. Again, this is Shawn, Wallace, your digital asset king. And I'm here again with you in the studio. Just excited to come to you here. I've been in the lab. We call it the lab. It's pretty much nothing but a cubicle. Nice little workspace here inside my home. And, I said I was going to make this workspace very dedicated to making sure I was able to generate 7 figures out of this nice new apartment complex I had to stay in, right? So if you're not familiar with my journey or story, that's quite all right. I'm not here to take up a lot of time to tell you about my story, but do understand we all have one. We all got a story, and I want to share with you just a little bit on how you could take that part of your story and journey right now to the next level, maybe by living vicariously a little bit about how I got here. So I just wanted to share today on why I actually started with the Legacy Builder program. If you're not familiar about that, I'm going to share a little bit about with you today what that is. But most importantly, why I like to leverage digital assets, right? I've stamped myself the digital asset king for a reason, and I love digital assets. I love assets, period. And my story and journey up to now is really, it's coming through a current divorce, which was, pretty heartbreaking, to be honest with you. But at the same time, it showed me a lot of things I had to do as far as working on myself to become a better person for self, being able to love on myself, just to become that better version of self, right? There's a lot of things that you learn inside of a relationship, specifically in a marriage. And it pointed out a lot of things, again, that I need to do better for self. And one of those was learning on how to really get my finances in order, right? I've always been an entrepreneur for over 20 years now. And, going through that transition, I was like, as I'm refoundating myself, I know one thing is true. I wrote it down in my notes, though, but it's this, is assets. I was always big on creating a legacy for my family, creating a legacy for my daughter. And that was one of the things that really just hurt me, is because I never was really in a true position to create that legacy for my daughter that I always wanted to. She's 18 now, graduating high school, going to college. And, as I look at the journey, I've been a present father, so I'm excited about that. But deep down inside, really, just even thinking about it right now, it still kind of brings an emotional piece to me. I feel like I didn't give her all that I could. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I wanted to give her more, but I couldn't. Specifically around finances. So all I could do was just be the best dad I could and just love on my daughter, right? Show her love, hug on her, kiss her forehead, and just really give her that emotional affection, if you will. And that was the best that I could do. And at times that it stung me because I wanted to be able to provide a little bit more in the financial category. Just give her things that she wanted. That whole thing that I can't afford that right now. I hated that, because it was always paying the bills. So that was one thing that really just drove me. So now with her being 18, going off into the world, I'm super proud of her accomplishments, straight A student. So, what more can I ask for? She's blessed and it didn't have any issues and things of that nature. But as a father, you always want to provide more for your kids, right? So I'm like, man. So then going through this divorce, though, too, as well, has been like, how do I create a new foundation that's be able to still create that legacy for my daughter? So that's why I want to be able to share with you here on why I actually joined the Legacy Builder program, because it completed that thing that I wanted to be able to do. So after going through that divorce, I created something called the Family Legacy Keys. I'll break them down to you just a little bit here. But the keys are leverage, right? So if you look at legacy, I said leverage, because you always need to have some leverage in your life, all areas of life, really, right? Education, had to re-educate myself on the game of life, on the game of finances, on the game of emotion, intelligence, right? I had to re-educate myself on a lot of different areas of the game of life. G is the game, right? There's different games. My dad always taught me, if you don't know the rules of the game, you ain't finna win the game, right? So it was like I had to reacclimate myself with the rules of the game that I was looking to win, specifically in finances. And that was what brings me to, again, why I joined the Legacy Builder program. Because I was already on Legacy. I already had these keys ready to rock and roll to share with my daughter and other people who are ready to create a legacy for their family, right? So the E, GA, so I gotta spell it out in my head, right? So, but the A, right, is for assets, right? So assets. And that's one key thing that's really saved me to this time right now, specifically going through that separation, is if I didn't have some assets, it wouldn't help me be able to really refoundate myself because I didn't have any steady flow of income coming in. I'm an entrepreneur, so it's just been a roller coaster ride, you know what I'm saying? And going through that shaky times, I wasn't able to focus specifically on my income. I had to focus more on self and refoundating self, right? So assets, I knew I had to have assets is my point. But I also knew I couldn't get in the traditional game, real estate, stocks, bonds, things of this nature. So I was like, okay, I had to think of what kind of assets could I actually leverage, right? So then cash flow is the C. I wanted something also that was going to generate me consistent cash flow on a daily basis, right? Without me having to do a lot of the work. And then Y is for yourself. So that was where I've been focusing on myself, self-efficiency, self-love, being able to do for self, provide for self, love on self, all these things, right? So that's what legacy meant for me. So when I seen the Legacy Builder program, I was like, okay, this makes sense because it fit in all the areas that fit inside of my keys, and it also fit into my expertise. I've been doing marketing, sales, building funnels, and automations for over 2 decades. So when I seen the program, I was able to see it from an expert eye pointed lens, if you will. And I was able to see ordinary people, average, if you want to call it that, but let's just say average marketers or people who didn't know a lot about marketing, right? Winning big time. And I was like, wait a second, man, I've been marketing online for a minute and I ain't won that easy or had something dropped into my lap that easy. So it made me have to relook at it. And like, how can I use that to not only help myself, but then going back to legacy, how can I use this also to potentially pass something down to my daughter or give her a way to generate cash flow and have assets and something if I wasn't here that can still continue to work for her? And when I seen that, I was like, this is it. This could do it because I already understood the components of automation, funnels, digital products I'll share with you here in just a moment, but I understood digital assets already. I was already creating them. So when I seen this, I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for me to refoundate myself, for me to create a legacy for my daughter and my family, but also to impact other people's lives and help other people understand how they can leverage these digital assets too as well to free themselves to create that lifestyle they've always desired. So that's what I want to be able to share with you is how you can be able to do this same exact thing, right? So what I did is I actually just put together a few slides here, and I want to share with you and invite you into a next masterclass I'm going to be having, but it's going to be a blueprint. It's going to share with you specifically on the 10K digital asset blueprint, okay? And that blueprint is going to help you understand on how to really leverage digital assets to create that lifestyle that you always wanted. So what I've had is I've already had thousands of people, moms and dads, all around the country and the world learning this proven proprietary moves to turn their passions into profits. That's what I want to be able to share with you. This has been able to work for tons of people. When I say tons, I'm talking about moms, dads, people who had no clue about marketing at all, helping them be able to generate $300, $600, even $900 days easily and effortlessly simply by understanding this skill set I'm going to share with you here in this live. Understanding how to really just position themselves in the market, sharing their stories, being vulnerable, if you will, about how they leverage this blueprint to help them be able to generate a cash flow, create a legacy for their family. So I want to share with you this same blueprint that's not only helped myself, but also tons of other people to be able to get results on a daily basis. I also want to give you, right, if you like what I want you to do, I want you to type in the comments, wealth guide. I'm going to send you this wealth guide absolutely free, but you got to let me know in the comments so I know to send it to you, right? If you let me know in the comments, just type in wealth guide. I'm going to send you this 10X digital wealth guide that's going to help you understand the actual, it's like a breakdown of how to leverage digital assets. Because if you don't know what a digital asset is, it's pretty much anything that can be received digitally, whether it's ebook, audio, course, membership. I'm pretty sure you may have bought something digitally in today's times, right? And it's actually coming to $20 industry. So I want to share with you this wealth guide is going to help you understand how to capitalize on these digital assets and start creating a legacy for yourself. Here's Latanya. She's going to share with you just briefly on how she wished she actually had access to this blueprint a lot sooner.
Such an amazing opportunity. You know, you're looking at someone who's very familiar with business. I've been in business for over 12 years. I'm very familiar with passive income. I too have earned passive income. I made six figures. You know, I'm basically just recently recovering from a debilitating condition that had me down for the past 2 years. And guess what, y'all? My income dropped 350%. I wish I would have had access to the blueprint sooner, but nonetheless, I'm happy I have access to it now.
She has access to it now and it's made the world of difference inside of her life, understanding on how to leverage digital assets to make the biggest difference. So I want to be able to share that with you too as well. Again, prior to running into the Legacy Builder program, I was already delivering this message, already sharing with people how to create a legacy for their family, leveraging digital assets, but from the tune of leveraging automations and systems. I didn't have something that was transferable. That's what's so cool. I was transferable. I didn't have a product that actually gave someone an opportunity to earn 100% commissions. That's what's so cool right now is I can connect that message and also give someone an asset in addition with the blueprint to help them be able to create that lifestyle that they've always desired. So that's what I'm super excited about, is be able to share that same message with you. So what I want to do is I want to invite you to our next masterclass. I've been able to get some information from a mentor of mine, right? And I'm going to give this as a little open secret right now, but her name is Michelle, right? And she's been able to help a lot of people understand this blueprint. That's why I actually learned a lot of these secrets of this particular blueprint we're going to share with you, but it helps you unlock the power of digital assets. It's also going to share with you on how to generate a passive income, right? So that way you can live that freedom lifestyle. And again, I was just sharing with you that freedom lifestyle for me was just being able to provide for my daughter, making sure I was in a great position to create a legacy for her where money was no longer a concern. I'm also going to share with you on how to overcome the technical setup. That's kind of like where I come into play. I've been doing tech setup and funnels and automations for over 2 decades. You don't have to worry about any of that. So that way you can just focus on creating a legacy for your family and not being bogged down with anything that's technical, keeping you from crossing that bridge of transformation, right? There is some transformation that needs to take place. See, when I wasn't living in the place that I wanted to be able to live in, I had to realize, like I was telling you before, going through my divorce, I had to start focusing on self, realizing what was the things that I had to like transform. And I started to work on those things. But also I had to get around people who had the results that I had. I started getting around the community and networking with other individuals. So I want to help you be able to cross that bridge too, on whatever that may be for you, on understanding how you can leverage digital assets really to cross that bridge to live the lifestyle that you want to live. I'm going to share that with you on how to be able to do that. For me, it was just more of creating a legacy. For you, it could be something totally different, but I'm sure a digital asset can help you be able to cross that bridge and be able to do it, just like it's been able to help Phil be able to do the same thing. See, he realized it's the knowledge alone made all the biggest difference in his life.
Just the knowledge alone. Just watching and understanding how a digital asset is formulated, deployed, thought about, and structured, knowing that puts you light years ahead of anybody who's even thinking about wanting to build a legacy of their own, to actually start passive cash flow. Because
see, if you want to start passive cash flow, the knowledge alone is all you really need. I learned something from one of my mentors, is it needs to be transferable. See, and I want to be able to transfer to you a skill that anyone can really apply once they understand the frameworks and how to apply it in their life. So that's what I want to invite you to. I got a master class that's coming up where I'm going to be doing these actually weekly. We're going to be sharing with you specifically on how to create a 10K month leveraging digital assets, right? Now, everyone's results are a lot different, but I've seen people do this in very short periods of time from leveraging these principles I'm going to share with you inside this master class. So all you need to do is I want you to go to paidwithshawn.com/masterclass. Get on the list, put in your name, email, and phone number just to be notified of the next masterclass, okay? And it's going to share with you 3 moves to getting paid daily by leveraging digital assets. So that's why I want to be able to share with you. So make sure you do that, or just let me know in the comments you will love to attend the masterclass, and I'll be more than happy to send you a link so you can join us on the next upcoming masterclass. So in this blueprint, I want to help you understand some things that you can just really expect to learn. Really, I'm going to share with you a few of them right now and also what you'll learn more in depth inside the class. But I like to understand, like, how do we get an ROI, right? We probably understand or maybe looked at the ROI, but I like to say ROI is the takeaways you're going to learn. So the first R stands for rapid implementation, right? Rapid implementation. So I want to share that with you because when you know how to rapidly implement the right moves, it's going to help you get the results that you want. I was just speaking with a mentee of mine, and he's doing some rapid implementation right now that's helping him get some results. And what I realized was the more we take massive action, we get the results, which deepens our belief. We deepen our belief, we take more actions, we get more of the results. So it's really a crazy flywheel that's happening. So I want to share with you on how you can do some rapid implementation right now on digital assets to help you learn how to quickly implement our step-by-step program to start earning a passive income. And again, for me, it was leveraging digital assets to create that cash flow. But how would it make a difference in your life if you were able to generate $1,200 from just leveraging a free automated system or a proven blueprint in a day? In one day, $1,200. I'm going to share with you how we have people doing that. I just had one of my first $1,000 days leveraging this same blueprint. I'll share that with you, right? Matter of fact, I have it pulled up right here. I'll wait, right? Actually, well, I'll do that since I said it, right? I don't like saying too much without really proving it out. So I actually already had it pulled up. Right here's my Stripe account. I just pulled this up because this was very monumental for me yesterday. And I just wanted to share this with you because I wanted to wait till I actually had some proof and things of this nature from implementing this strategy and these tools, resources, again, with this particular program, this particular community, right? I've done this with other opportunities, but I wanted to make sure this one really worked. And yesterday it did. So I want to show you right here. Again, this is not to boast or to brag. It's to show you that the potential is here. And I'm also going to share with you some other individuals who are really crushing it. Right? So this is a $1,000 day yesterday simply by implementing some of these moves I'm sharing with you right now on rapid implementation. Right? How you can generate $1,200. I was a little shy of that, but it still shows you can have $1,000 days. So what I also want to do is I want to show you inside this community, this digital growth community, that it's not just me winning like this. There's tons of people yesterday, right? This one here is $600. This person had a $11,000 week, 11.5 week. Here, Jeffrey Simpson, $1,800 before the day even got started. How would that change your life to have an $1,800 day? I was speaking to one of my mentees. We're helping him fire his boss right now. I want to share with you something. This is helping people fire their boss and get in an extreme position. Because we were talking, he works 10 hours a day to make a little under $300 on his feet. I had to wrap my head around that because I haven't worked a job and I'm psychologically unemployable. For that reason, I don't understand. I know money is not attached to time. And we've been conditioned, where I've been conditioned, used to be, and that's what I didn't want to pass down to my daughter, to be conditioned that money is attached to time, because it's not. It's attached to results. It's attached to rapid implementation. It's attached to right systems and processes. Money's not attached to time, so I never really understood trading my most valuable commodity for it. And that's what a lot of people here are seeing, $1,800 days, just being consistent in the right area, a $400 day. People have these kind of results with 2-hour, 3-hour days, right? $2,700 so far today. So I just wanted to share this with you, that it's not just me, or I'm not the only person winning with this rapid implementation strategy that I wanted to share with you. Okay, so what happens is once you understand how to implement the rapid implementation, there's another result from Khan. You may be able to see $10,000 within maybe 60 days. That was his results. I don't know what your results may be. Can't guarantee you will have these kind of results. Everyone's results are different, but the potential is there.
And within my first 60 days of following his program, strategies, and blueprints, I was able to take my skill sets, what I do, and learn even as being an affiliate, which means I was just able to share what I was learning in real time as I was learning it. And I had accumulated $10,000 in revenue within my first 60 days of joining and becoming a student.
First 60 days, able to join and make $10,000 of just becoming a student of the process. The second piece of the ROI is optimal automation. Right? Optimal automation. So being able to automate the process, that's key. Again, I've been an expert in systems, processes, pipelines, snapshots for quite some time. But when you're able to deploy that and be able to really just leverage that immediately inside of a business model, it makes all of the difference. Optimal automation. So discover simply automation techniques that anyone can use without the tech experience. This is what's making the difference for everyone inside the group here. They have an automized process that doesn't require any tech. That's major. Look at this. $900, 10.5, right? This week, right? Just upgraded. A newbie here, right? Newbie seeing success. Wrapping up another month of 14.9. Woo-wee. What can automation do for you when you don't have to worry about the tech? It can make all the difference.
Shawn is the only one that showed up, showed me what he had. All I had to do was tweak the colors and pop in my stuff, and boom, 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 it was done.
It can all be done for you. All you have to do is plug in and discover how to effortlessly automate your online business and get it up and running within 24 hours. This is one of the reasons that I wanted to join and collab and be a part of this wonderful program. Because it's not helping just me being able to create that legacy for my daughter. It's helping. I've never seen so many people be able to get in a position to where money was no longer a concern. Here's one of my mentees, Phil. I've been working with him for quite some time. He didn't know anything about tech. He's not a tech person. He's a communicator. He's an expert communicator. Didn't know anything about tech, but I wanted to share with him how to get his message out there to the world so he can make a bigger impact and deliver his message on how, I'll let him tell it, but on how he's able to transform people's lives through his communication skills. But when he no longer had to worry about tech, it made all the difference.
If you are someone who is not super tech savvy, who doesn't have the official marketing training, marketing background, copywriting, graphic design, there's a lot that goes into creating and organizing, systemizing, and structuring a digital asset to be put out there for people to digest.
It's a lot that goes in it just to have people be able to digest it. You're receiving me now, and I want people to be able to receive you too as well, so that way you can make that difference not only in your life, but other people's lives simply from just leveraging digital assets, right? The last move in the ROI method, once you know how to rapidly implement and automate the process, is now to simply increase sales. That's the whole point, I would say, is to make money, right? We want to do it in an ethical and a moral and satisfactory way because we're helping people, and you can increase sales dramatically when you put these three moves in place. And that's what we've been able to do to the tune of over $500,000, leveraging these strategies, harnessing the power of automated sales strategies and effortlessly converting leads and boosting revenue. Automated. This is just a snapshot right here of just a Facebook campaign of us leveraging some of the digital real estate assets that we have that generate revenue from what I'm sharing with you right now. Here's Dean. He was able to leverage this process and generate $3K within 3 weeks of just getting started from understanding how to implement these strategies I'm sharing with you right here, the ROI method.
Less than 2 weeks in the company, picking up my momentum. And about my third week, I literally generated almost $3,000 in 1 day. Now And I'm blown away by this. I'm having fun. It's not overpowering. I get to do this when I want to put in the effort to go the extra mile, and it's absolutely amazing. The community, love being a part of the community. So many amazing people, the great teaching, the support. If you are on the fence, borrow my belief. All right, borrow my belief, and you say yes to this amazing opportunity.
You can borrow my belief too, because it's changed the way that I believe on how digital assets are not only a necessity, they're a requirement to live in a freedom lifestyle. That another thing I learned from one of my mentors, I would never, ever work for money again. Never. Doesn't make sense to me to work for money. It's backwards. Because my time is way more important than the money. But what does make sense for me to work for is to create systems and work to produce assets that generate me cash flow forever. I'll work for that. So, and that's something I could pass down to my daughter and share with her that skill set. That's what I want to share with you. So it's a mindset thing. Again, I don't mind working. Don't get it wrong. I just don't want to work for money. I want money working for me, and I want to make sure I'm working for the assets to generate that cash flow. So I want to share that skill set with you as well with this 3 moves to the ROI method. Again, you're going to learn how to rapidly implement the systems. 2 is optimal automation. And then 3 is increasing your sales, your sale process, your sale frequency. How do you ROI your whole lifestyle? I can show you how to do that in 3 moves. I can go a lot more in depth in the masterclass, but I want to share with you, those are the things we're going to cover, and it's been working for a lot of people. And again, I want to give you for free right now the 10K Digital Wealth Guide. Just let me know in the comments that you'd like to receive that. Just put a 2 in the comments. Let me know you want to receive the 10K Digital Wealth Guide, and I'll make sure to send that out to you or reach out to you. I'll send it to you directly. No one from my team or anything of that nature. I'll reach out to you personally to make sure you get it absolutely free so you can understand how to implement these moves, right? I go a lot more in depth inside the book, share with you exactly on how to put together asset, how do you leverage it, and all that good stuff. So that way you can understand on how to start leveraging digital assets to help you create and earn that cash flow and increase your value. Once we're able to do that, everything changes once we're able to get paid our worth.
The reason I would suggest for anybody to take advantage of this platform is because most of what's being done, you don't necessarily have to go through the 10, 12 years of training, spend the thousands on top of thousands of dollars that I've spent, that we've spent, and just learning the how on the deploy side. This has actually made it really easy for anyone who has any idea or anything valuable to give to the world. You've made it so that they pretty much can plug in their ideas, who they are, what they have, and set that out for them to be able to start earning passive cash flow just from the value that they put out.
How would that be to be able to earn cash flow just from the value that you put out? Hopefully you're getting some value from here today, because that's my objective, right? But I want to help you do the same thing and learning on how to put out generate cash flow from the value that you put out, because you're valuable. You have value. I put down a quote here that I don't have it in front. I got to remember it from the top of my head that if you're not getting paid for the asset, or you're not leveraging assets to get paid, you probably are the asset. I was, right? And I want to help a lot of people flip that to just have more assets where they don't feel like they're we are assets. That's the part. That's the piece. Catch it. It's not leveraging asset. You're probably the asset being leveraged. And that's part of the legacy key. So I want to make sure we're getting the perspective in order to make sure that you're the asset, you're the value. So make sure that you are creating the right leverage for you. That's what I want to help you with. Super important. So in gratitude, I just want to thank you for taking some time to just listen to me today. You could have been anywhere. But here you're listening to me right now, and I appreciate that. And I thank you for taking some time out of your day. You know, catch me here on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching this. And honestly, tell you thank you for just listening to me. And hopefully you did get some value on how you can apply the 3 moves, the ROI moves to increase rapid implementation, right? Optimize or automate things in your life, the processes to be able to help you increase sales or increase cash flow to help you live that freedom lifestyle that you've always desired. That's what I want to be able to help you do. And again, this blueprint has been helping thousands of people all across the country. I want to share this blueprint with you as well. We got an upcoming workshop here, and I want to invite you to it. So all you need to do, I'll leave a link in the comments somewhere around here, or you can just type this in your browser. Go to www.paidwithshawn.com/masterclass. Right? Again, that's Paid with Shawn, the right Shawn, SHAWN, Paid with Shawn, SHAWN.com/masterclass. And register for the next upcoming masterclass. We do these once a week where we share with you on how to leverage digital assets to create a legacy for your family, leveraging specifically 3 proprietary moves on how to get daily pay. If that sounds like something you would love to do, just take action on that right now. If you want to receive the book, simply just let me know in the comments with a 2. And if you have any questions, you're more than happy to reach out to me at mentormeShawn@gmail.com, or simply just go with paidwithshawn.com. I look forward to seeing you on the next masterclass. Listen, we're going to be doing a lot of upcoming stuff, helping a lot of people change their lives. And right now I'm looking to work with about 10 people exclusively, helping them understand on how to leverage digital assets and generate a 10K month. So if that's you and you want to learn how to generate a 10K month, have your hand held doing it, I guarantee that you're going to hit it, because you're going to have the mentorship, the support, the community, the assets, the resources, the automations, the systems, the network to get it done. Let me know. I'd love to help you. I already have about 5 right now. There's only a few more spots left, honestly. So once we have the 10, we're definitely shutting the doors down, because I only work exclusively with them to make sure they're getting a result. That's the key thing. So with that being said, hopefully you're having an awesome and fantastic Friday. Do that right now. Go ahead and go to paidwithshawn.com. I don't have it on here, but do the /masterclass, or just go with paidwithshawn.com. Either or, it's going to take you right in there and get registered. Hop on the list so that way you're notified, and get registered for our next upcoming masterclass. I look forward to seeing you there. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.